forgot to do things over in Restream. There we go. Okay. YouTube stream is now out. Alright. Thought I caught that before I went in the dungeon. Oh, but we got our first dungeon with Graha. Oh, this is great. Okay, let's go over everything we learned last time. A lot of stuff happened this time. We learned that the Golden City is less a place and more a portal to another shard. So really excited for what that could mean, because that could mean we're on the verge of another rejoining. And actually, if that shard is already in enough distress, then Zeralja could accidentally be causing a rejoining. Wait a second. That voice that was talking to Zeralja, there's still one Ascian unaccounted for. That could be the last missing Ascian. That's okay. I need to check this on how far they are through the MSQ. I don't know, let's just go in. Oh, it's too far away. Party of NPCs. Oh, you know, oh, no, Graha has to be the healer. He can't be the tank because, Alice, why can't you be a healer thing? Alright, let's go infiltrating into Vanguard. After all, Vanguard. Vanguard is under attack. Vanguard is under attack. All units prepare for battle. And not playing Paladin, I just opened up like I was trying.
Allow me.
Sent to G7, S7. decided our 7 entries sentries prepared for engage. Dude, you guys suck at aiming.
Allow me.
Although, like Romans or elegance, there's such nuts in its life before.
There.
There we go. It's nice and close to Luke. Look at her, and not the scary cat girl with the snake swords.
Hold on.
First boss. Arrive in Anger. You know, every X-Pack needs at least one dungeon boss with a fight. There's a wing blade. Staying in the center this time. Oh, okay, that just instantly kills me. I was not paying attention to the borders. do the outsides first. Nope, that's... No, it isn't. That's... Oh, okay. Counterclockwise is... I'm not fast enough to know clockwise and counterclockwise off the top of my head. That's where I died last time. Are aiming shoes. I wish they were scouting shoes. Alright, into through the nightclub doors, I guess.
Hold on.
Probably a boss and I probably should be dropping all my skills all at once here. I know we've got another pull. I don't think any of the trust NPCs are capable of using an AoE. Sure as a do. Protector. Another 100 metal for the scrap pile. So true, Wukumat. Did it backwards. So used to doing it the other way that I wasn't prepared to. Oh, jeez. Sure, calm down. Sure, calm down. Touched one of the barriers. No! Paralysis! Okay. Motion since the bomb has been affixed to me. Oh, no, okay, that counted as... Thank you, Graha. have to learn like the window code when the bomb is taken out. The Prosper can release the beasts. You unleashing the beasts on us. Just beasts, no visitor. Reinforcements defender will not tolerate failure. Okay, I don't think that authoritative voice is Zoralda. I don't know if that's like water down there or like cerulean smoke. Oh, come on. Rude. Rude. Let's see here again.
Hold on.
Now I'll show you.
Please don't be a piece of gear I already have again. You're casting. Geraldo, man, you gotta give me gear I can use. A serious breach should be allowed, but it ends now. Xandor the Snake Skinner. Ophidian Outrider. We redeem our honor with your lives. Because with this dude's at least human. There's at least one human here. Give yourself a mass press. The audacity. God, you just want to keep making us run around, huh?
Just the beginning. Something special for you.
This is way too easy. Yeah, that was way too easy. Alright, that's right. They can come back to life. Games. Soul of the Serpent, the Great Devourer, giving the strength to destroy our enemies. Oh. Here for the souls you've made me waste this day. Oh, that's interesting. Stand over here with Graha. I should not have stood there with Graha.
This should do it!
Haha.
Allow me.
So just like a note. There we go. So we just have to kill Geralda twice. I was say, where's the train driver and Darrenville? Great sword and armor of vending. Does it at least look cool? Yeah, alright, that's sick. Got, you know, a ton of tank gear, but I'm going through this as Viper. Viper is not a tank. Before I do this, I did get one pity piece of scouting gear. Placed with my hand gear, which is good because that hasn't been replaced since like the very beginning.
What greeted us was not the home that I had left behind. There was no mistaking we had reached Yassulani, and yet it was wholly unlike my memories. The lands of my childhood had changed beyond imagining. To where had I returned? We tread on, the darkened skies above a mirror to my heart, clouded with fear and uncertainty.
We gotta get Darrenville a gun.
How bizarre. This cannot be Yassulani, can it?
Heritage found. I think I found what's making the big electric dome. Oh, cool, and it's raining too. I heard something strange, but this, it's like another world. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I don't understand. Now do Vanguard. Crest. Excellent Station. Electrope Strike. The outskirts. Disappear. Everkeep. I imagine this is like the next dungeon. Everkeep. Sounds like it'd be a dungeon. Ah, shit, all of this sounds like it'd be a dungeon. Wait, that doesn't work. Everyone take off like any sort of like metal. If you have anything metal on you, I don't think it's safe to be wearing it here. With how electric aspected it is. Oh, cool. Creamy hot chocolate. Just what we need here. The Land of Levin. You know, I'm buddies with, you know, Ramu. Buddies with Ralgar and Viragot. I'm sure we can... Oh, wait. Nope. 2 of those are dead. Oh, well. It doesn't make sense. Power. Was it always there? Alice, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark and say, no, it wasn't. It looks like it's what's powering the dome. No, definitely not. No, the wall over there. Here is not something we use in terms. Closer to what we saw at the gates of the Golden City are those mechanical soldiers. The massive structure couldn't possibly have built in so short a time. Perhaps, then I'm inclined to assume we've been transported to another location. Perhaps. Well, speculation will avail us. We need to learn more before we can draw a conclusion. Take a look around then. Umbral stat. This is only the second place to use this weather effect. The only other place you can find this weather effect is the churning mists. So I'm glad that they're using it again. Active turrets over there. Axe beats over there. Like a train station, doesn't it? Must be Yoselani Station, where passengers disembark. Perhaps we'll find someone to talk to there. Let's go and investigate. If they're not all blotter. Don't have to try and jump that. Just grind over here. Tune with this before we do anything else. There we go. Ah, this is where I found it. This is Yoselani Station. The state of it, I swear it was abandoned years ago. Not sure what to make of this. We should look around a bit. Here's my Viper. turntable. How? What do you make of this? It's enormous alien structures. We have more familiar sites like this station. Hi, Epona. Find a trained turntable. The thick layers of rust suggest it hasn't been used in years. Oh, ether current. Everything else can wait. We go ether currenting right now. We still have one more location to discover after. After this place. What if time is like accelerated in here? After heavily rusted, it would seem they haven't been tended to for a long while. Dilapidated building. The building is a rotting husk. It has clearly been many years since anyone lived. Is that a soldier? Look around, Abby. Let's gather everyone then. I want you all to take a look at this. One of the mechanical soldiers, long since broken apparently. I'd say its presence confirms this is indeed Zeralja's domain right now. What about the rest of you? Did you learn anything? All evidence suggests this is Yasumani Station. And I've no doubt we're in Yasumani. But I don't understand why these buildings are so run down. They were completed barely a year ago. New structures to deteriorate and enormous ones to appear in a flash. If I didn't know better, I'd say time flows differently here. Such a thing even possible if we're on another shard. We have encountered this phenomenon before, as it so happens. This may be oh, okay, we gotta give Wuklamot the rundown on reflections and whatnot. Though it may be difficult to believe, our world is but one of several. In some respects, they are similar to one another, but in others, wholly different. We call them reflections. Simply put, the rift between dimensions causes time to flow at a different pace in each world. While hours pass in one, years may have come and gone in another. If this is Yasumani, then we should still be in the source. The flow of time should be synchronized. I'm not sure I followed this talk of reflections and dimensions. But if Erenville says that this is Yasumani, then it must be. The village is a little further along, right? Erenville. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's a short distance to the northwest. Head there next. Rather than talk theory, it's always better to confirm things first. May I be of assistance? It's not functioning. Doesn't seem to be hostile, at least. Perhaps we can ask it some questions. Can you tell us where we are? Unable to confirm credentials. Please present citizen identification. Unable to confirm credentials. Confirm. Confirm. It's broken after all. Strange by half. Let's leave it be and get going. Those lightning rods. Accompany me for a moment. There's something I wish to investigate. Funny JoJo reference time. That there's not enough people here with me. Raha, get up here on the train tracks and then like clone yourself. a couple times. Whee! There, the lightning appears to be drawn to those pole-shaped structures over yonder. The design suggests they're some manner of lightning. Let's go and take a closer look. Appears to be the same used in the mechanical soldier warship. Just missed lightning strike. With inspection, it appears to be bear fine etchings, reminiscent of arcane runes. These, I suspect, they're not merely decorative. I would posit it's used to harness lightning as a source of energy. Quite impressive technology. Share this observation with your stroller. For a blessing, the dome doesn't appear to interfere with link arcs. Thanks for accompanying me. Let's head to the village and find others. Village. What in the world?
My home. It's in ruins. But why? What happened here? And where is everyone?
I think I've got a
I
theory
had a look
about
in a
this
few of the
soldier.
other houses, but they had clearly been abandoned.
Damn it all. None of this makes sense.
Excuse me? Are you looking for someone?
White woman. From the like trailer. Not trailer, but promo art, that's what it is.
I apologize for giving you a fright. However, I did have reason to keep to the shadows. Sriracha has told me a great deal about you.
Sriracha?
Greetings, and welcome to the realm of Alexandria. I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Oh.
Queen of
made
Reason?
a wife?
If you are the Queen of Reason, is there perhaps a...
Yes, if you mean to ask if there is a King of Resolve. Zorulja holds that title, and together do we reign.
Then you are both behind the attack on Tulishola.
And I doubt you're here to offer us a warm reception.
No, you have it all wrong. I am not come to fight. Zorulja rules alongside me, but that is a matter of expedience. In truth, we are at odds, he and I.
Bro created a wife for himself.
It is at considerable risk to myself and my people that I come before you to beg your aid.
Our aid? I'll admit I cannot imagine King Zorulja is keen to share and share alike. But if what you say is true, you're still the Queen.
Indeed. But I was once the sole ruler of Alexandria. Until one day, he appeared, bent on conquest. In my weakness, I feared his power. So I persuaded him to forego violence and strike a bargain. I would remain queen, and he would receive technology that would empower him to achieve even loftier ambitions, along with the knowledge to use it. A gamble, to be sure, but if it might spare my people...
If I may, the dome surrounding these lands was erected but recently.
Yeah, like
How
3
is
days
it
ago.
he was able to not only invade, but instate a new system of leadership in a mere matter
She's
of
gonna
days?
drop that for like 50 years, huh?
I've never heard of your realm. And this place is, or at least was, Yasulani. The house I grew up in is still here. But 3 years ago, that tower and these strange contrivances weren't. Nor was our village in ruins. Where did you come from? And what happened to the people who lived here? You must know!
I realize how confusing this all must be. Truth be told, I don't fully understand it myself. What I can say is that one day, people from your Tuliolol suddenly appeared here in Alexandria. Or perhaps it was we who found ourselves in Tuliolol. Until but recently, we were completely unaware of events taking place beyond the barriers surrounding our realm.
Does this not remind you of the Crystal Tower? How after the 8th Umbral Calamity, we devised a means to transport the Spire across time and space from the source unto the First. Granted, this is on a much larger scale, if that is indeed what has happened. Not only the people and structures, but also the surrounding environment. Regardless, the people of Lakeland perceived the arrival of the Crystal Tower much as the Queen describes her own experience. Sudden and inexplicable.
Well then, you appear to have a better grasp of our circumstances than we do. Indeed, more than I dared hope. In which case, a closer examination of the effects of this phenomenon may afford us more insights. Allow me to take you to the outskirts. A number of the Shitona live there as well. Perhaps your acquaintances are among them.
Hold on. If we accept, there's no guarantee we're not walking into a trap.
But if we're to defeat Zorolja, we need to understand how he grew so strong. Besides...
I think we still
you're
need to get
right.
Arendelle done.
Queen Sphene, before we go, Your Majesty, I have to ask, did you really have nothing to do with the attack on Tulihyolon?
Noble Wook Lamart, shall we dispense with the formalities? I'll not deny the soldiers and airships that attacked your people are products of Alexandria. But it was Zorolja, not we, who fashioned them into weapons of war and laid siege to Tuliolol.
So he alone is to blame.
No, I may not have prosecuted this war, but I nevertheless bear responsibility for it.
Perhaps. I know next to nothing about you, let alone what you've been through. So by all means, show us around. I think we'll learn a lot from meeting your people.
Wonderful! If you would follow me.
I think there will be trouble if Zoralja hears of this.
Is that concern or suspicion?
Yes.
If things should take a turn for the worse, might I call upon your aid? I jest, of course, but you do strike me as the most capable here.
Ah. She has clocked me as the hero. Alize, what's on your mind? I think it goes without saying, but we're not going to test her just like that, right? Alize, I am a sucker for a pretty face. Also, I'm pretty sure she's going to be like another of my reflections. Any way you look at it, a mysterious girl who appears out of nowhere claiming herself a queen is suspicious. Eighth Umbral Calamity added to the Codex. The source has been visited by 7 cataclysmic events known as Umbral Calamities. The first of these was the Calamity of Wind, followed by the Calamity of Lightning, Fire, Earth, Ice, Water, and finally the Calamity of Darkness. While these disasters may seem the logical consequence of conflict or natural phenomena, they could not, in truth, have occurred without a massive disruption of the ethereal equilibrium of a reflection line. When a reflection's balance shifts drastically towards a single aspect, the heightened elemental energies seep into the source, much as water floats from higher ground to lower ground. An influx of fire aspect of ether might cause extended droughts, for example, while ice could result in a widespread drop in temperature. These anomalies become increasingly common until a final great catastrophe breaks down the barrier between the two worlds. At that moment, all the ether which comprises the reflection floods into the source, and the catastrophe swells into a full-fledged umbral calamity. Though it did not take place within our present timeline, The 8th Umbral Calamity's origin can be traced back to the first, where the power of light was ascendant, and as the luminous excess fled into the source, the Guardian Empire launched its Black Rose upon the battle. The deadly gas, itself a weapon of a light-based nature, was amplified far beyond its expected potency, spread over a vast area, halting the circulation of ether and killing every living being which came into contact. The ether currents themselves were stilled, and the repercussions of this stagnation rippled throughout the environment. The Alliance leaders and scions who had gathered to fight the Imperials were slain where they stood. Thus began an age of unending war. Order broke down, violence ran rampant, and all fought in the savage battle for survival. In the midst of civilization's collapse, it was Sid and his Garland Ironmark stalwarts who led the development of an ambitious and far-reaching plan. Founded upon the knowledge they had gleaned in preceding years, the group set out to create a reality in which the 8th Umbral Calamity never happened, build a past in which the calamity was prevented, and ensure that the fallen heroes survived into the future. The engineers and their collaborators toiled for generations, devoting their lives and the lives of their descendants to bringing this mad scheme to fruition. Finally, after decades of preparation, they succeeded in transporting the reawoken Crystal Tower backwards the years and into the world of Lucas. Many adventures and misadventures later, darkness was restored to the ailing reflection, and the 8th Umbral Calamity was liberated. None who live today bore witness to the tragedy, nor the great effort which went into making this miracle possible. None will ever know who their saviors were, nor the thoughts and fears which drove them. None will ever know if their bleak future was erased by the changing of history, or if it endures in a fork of time's eternal rhythm. Here and now, their hopes for the world are evident only in the continued survival of those they gave everything to save. Royal welcome. Hold on, let me. Having established that we should be wary, we could use more information. Let's head to this place, the outskirts, and see what we can learn. Perhaps about Sheen as well. Oh wait, no, how was they did walk through it? No way! It was shiny! Next you have some other farming facilities in Corral. Completely different for us. I've got no idea what all those machines do. On this approach after some trial and error. The Turali have their own methods of farming, which they wanted to continue employing. But the environment makes it challenging. There's too much rain and not enough light. Thankfully, the use of electrope has allowed us to fortify the buildings here, as well as provide what nature cannot. For what? Electrope. It's a material we use for myriad devices and applications. Topic for another time, perhaps. If you follow me, we're nearly to the outskirts. Is there a way to disable this electrode, as you call it? I mean, that's really what we need right now. I'm gonna pick up this etherite real fast if you don't mind. There's a gemstone trader back there, as well as a mender and a junk monger. forecast terminal. That must be like the weather. Like the sky watcher or whatever. It was just assigned the role of hunter. Which were me, only it passed the exam.
Here we are. Though you'll doubtless find much of what you see in Alexandria strange, the traditional agriculture practiced in this village at least should be familiar.
Queen's Fiend? What business brings her here, I wonder?
The Queen has come!
You look well, Paquine. And Katonye, I see you've already taken to your new position.
When she introduced herself as queen, I was expecting someone colder. Honestly, she reminds me of you, Namachi.
Could be one of Wuklamat's guards.
Me?
It's only natural for a ruler to love her people. And I should like to know them as best I can, even the most trifling details.
The more you come to know them, the more you grow to love them. Who they are and what they've built.
That's it. Beautifully put.
And it would appear that she is well loved in turn.
Your Majesty, you honor us with your presence. And who are these fine people?
We've come to take over.
Tuliolol's vow of resolve Wuklamat and her companions. They come from beyond the barrier, but you needn't worry. They are good people and are to be treated as my honored guests.
The rumors of a link to the outside are true, then. Wuklamat is still so young. Where are my manners? I am Papone, a leader of sorts of the people living out here.
Papone? That is a Tonawautanri to it.
Right you are. I take it you hail from this region as well? Teshpiani, perhaps?
Yes, I do. I don't suppose you know a woman by the name of Kafkiwa?
Kafkiwa? I'm afraid I'm not sure if I've ever met someone with that name.
Oh. Mother isn't here. But it's a relief to know at least some of the people of Yasolani are alive and well.
Your mother, you say? Now that you mention it, I do see the resemblance.
Okay, so you know where she is.
You know my mother?
I do. Yes.
She's got something
Then tell me,
inscribed
please.
on her back.
Where is she?
I cannot say. Not here, but I promise I will in due time.
I have a question, Pepone. Do you recall what happened the day the dome first appeared?
The barrier? Well, I remember fixing a shelf that had collapsed after a terrible earthquake. Then the ground began to tremble. There was a brilliant flash of light, and then... Forgive me, my recollection of it all is rather poor.
The drop that was like 200 years ago.
You needn't push yourself, Popone. After 30
30
years, no one
okay.
could blame you for not remembering.
30 years? As in 30 years in the past?
Absurd though it may sound, there is no doubt in my mind the events that led to the joining of our lands occurred 30 years ago.
Yeah, no, that happened like 3 days ago.
Which is not to say I understand why our perceptions of the intervening time are so radically different. We only just became aware of the discrepancy when Zoralja's military base was completed, and we were at last able to venture beyond the barrier.
I believed you long dead. To have the chance to kill you myself is an unforeseen blessing.
Years. Little wonder Zoralja assumed our father had already passed away.
It's not unlike how time passes differently in the First and the Source. The fluctuating space of the rift between them disrupting temporal equivalence. Perhaps the same holds true here, and time flowed faster within the dome.
You think this is a piece of another reflection? I mean, we already kind of gathered that.
I cannot say for certain, but I strongly suspect that to be the case. And based on the Queen's account, this encampment may have come to serve as a physical bridge between the two planes, after which the dome was forced into the Source's temporal flow.
If we're to be certain of anything, we need more information. Sveen, would it be all right if we had a look around and spoke with the townspeople?
By all means.
Time to see what we can see of Alexandria, then.
Writing Beast of Time. Go!
And its people. I may yet find familiar faces among the survivors from Yasolani.
Even if I don't understand the half of it, I would learn more of this place before we confront Zoralja.
Perhaps you'd care to see how we make our living. Though we have always prided ourselves on the use of traditional Tonawatan farming methods, the use of electro-fueled technologies has led to countless agricultural innovations.
I would join you as well.
Ma'am, please, you needn't trouble yourself.
It's no trouble at all. And I promise not to cause any manner of distraction.
Reassuring words, or they would be had I not heard them countless times before. Very well, but do be careful.
Of course. I shall proceed with the utmost care. Now then, if you two would follow me, we can begin the tour.
I can't say that I trust her yet. but I trust that her affection for these people is genuine. And that's enough for me.
Blackcurve has done much to improve the efficiency of their farming, but has replaced better. People wanted to preserve their old way of life, and we did not want to force ours upon them. With such links so that our cultures could coexist, and going so far as to learn our tongue. I'm sure everyone appreciated that. Communication was thankfully not an issue, for the Turali tongue is surprisingly similar to Alexandrian. Of course, there are words and phrases for which there is no equivalent, but those can be taught with minimal effort. Mutual respect, understanding, and patience, we Alexandrians and Turali have learned a great deal from one another. I am sure there is much you wish to learn as well, so please, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. Okay, question 1. Can you take me to your king so I can stab him multiple times? So, we gotta run over here, because there's a gemstone trader I gotta pick up. Half of the forgers have brought in a variety of wares. If you have any bi-colored gemstones, I'd be happy to trade. Let's keep winging. Gompotherium skin. There's also a triple trihead game over here. You guys are good weighted, right? You guys don't mind if I go do a quick game of triple triad? Or multiple? Glad that Alexandria also has triple triad. Triple triad reminds me of an old friend from Siliolo. How about a game? 1 card. Swap Dissension. Not a fan of swap. That's also same. Providence Watcher. Ha. Figured out same. Stop trading my daughter for a lunar Ifrit, please. At least this time you traded her for grind mod. Drop your card. Your queen is waiting for me over there. Stop raiding my daughter. Entry R8 card. Maybe still, your sounds a lot like my friends. Wonder if he's enjoying life while I've been stuck here. Sorry about that, guys. I did have a game of Triple Triad to go win real fast. A day in the life. Rather than bore you with lengthy explanation, let us get back to the farming tester. Yupei's Halo, it is called. You can speak with one of the farmers when we arrive. So we're up to Yupei's Halo. New arrivals. Let me introduce you to Mahusa, one of the most experienced farm hands in all of Alexandria. He's well versed in myriad farming techniques. Indeed, the wealth of knowledge he has shared with the other farmers is what has allowed this place to flourish. Gotcha. Queen's Bean. To what do I owe this sun-showered praise? My apologies for the interruption. I am come with guests from beyond the barrier. They wish to learn more of Alexandria, and so I invited them to see our crops are growing. I do hope that's alright. Rumors of visitors from the outside were true. What manner of hosts would we be to deny them a look around? I gather your majesty is also intended to check on things here? You know, we too, Mahusa. I thought to seize this opportunity to see how the farmers fare, and perhaps pepper them with a few questions. Though I do so enjoy observing and taking part in the work too. It would appear we have her permission. Please walk the grounds to your heart's content. Go on ahead. I'll keep Sphene company. Misunderstand. I'm not the suspicious type, but given our positions, it would make sense for us to go around together, wouldn't you say? Fair point, but be sure to not let me out of your sight. I shall remain under Hukumat's watchful eye. Hey, come find us after you've seen your fill and spoken with the other farm. Hey, Sphene, you ever seen a Rathalos? Could be fine. As for the power source, if you wish to know about my job, I tend to the fields mostly. the crops, keeping the soil fertile, and so on. It admittedly took some time until I fully understood how to best carry out my duties. As to manage the lives we use in the fields, we do our best to keep everything up to code, but should they ever start malfunctioning, something we fix it. The land and sky being what they are, ensuring rich harvest makes for constant. Honestly, I enjoy how involved the process is. Both my parents being Alexandrian, I didn't know much of anything about farming. Every day is an opportunity to learn and grow. Familiar pace. I gather this is your first time on site, then? Well, this here's the storehouse, rather the entrance. Real storehouse is underground, much more spacious and equipped with a temperature regulation system to keep the harvest from spoiling. The entrance is so small, it's much easier to prevent wild beasts from wandering inside. It also makes it a viable facility for breeding and raising livestock. We've even got a few beds down there for emergencies. Parents often complain about how Alexandrian technology and electrode complicate our lives. It's just a matter of learning how things work. Take my job, for instance. Presently overseeing the storage of harvested crops. They'll be taken up to the tower for processing, and from there find their way to every dining table in Alexandria. The work is hard, I'll not deny, but I take great satisfaction in what we do. Howie. They're saying you and yours are visitors from beyond the barrier. Yeah. So it is. Which means we're connected to the outside world again. But I have a desire to leave, mind you. I'm quite content with life here in Alexandria. Set that aside, you're here to observe our work, right? As you can see, I'm in charge of livestock. Here at Usabi Eria, we produce not only fruits and vegetables, but also meat, poultry, and eggs. Tending the animals is an absolute joy, but I have to be careful not to grow attached. I was a little sad when they're shipped off, but the job is a job. Well, I need to get back to it, but it was nice talking to you. Please, give my regards to you. Time to show this queen what a Rathalos is. Rah! Rah! I'm a Rathalos. Hey, don't be too hard on yourself. Anyone would have been hard-pressed to do with such a thing. I will come back. My apologies for failing to notice your return. I take it you've had your fill speaking with the farmers. Then let us return to Mahusa. Well, what are your impressions of the farm? That group is quite impressive. It was the electrode that caught your eye. It's only natural, I suppose, if you come from a place without it. Still, you only seem mildly impressed. This leads me to believe you have experience with even more marvelous technology. I'd love to hear your tales one day. And what did you think of our little tour? Lamity? That's awful close. What did you call me? Is that inappropriate? My apologies. I've heard the others call you by that name, and I thought... it's fine. As you said before, we've no need for titles and formalities. As for my thoughts, I was very impressed. Machines could be used to overcome so harsh an environment is amazing. I've never seen anything like it. Feeling is understandable indeed. Many still find the machinery behind them baffling. It's a system that controls the distribution of water for the fields and livestock. Been acting up lately, though. Enough, you say? You didn't worry, my queen. It happens fairly often, but simply it's taken in water that had a strong lightning charge. I think some creatures have become charged with the energy and they're releasing it into the river we use as a source. This would return to normal if the creatures were dealt with. I'm reluctant to beg it of the army. We could take care of it if you'd like. It's most gracious of you to offer, but it is much too dangerous. No trouble for the vow of resolve of Tuliolo. Regardless of how the relationship between our nations may develop, if there are people in need, I want to help. Simple as that. Inala's even stronger than I am. It shouldn't take us long at all. And very well. I gratefully accept, but please take all care. Have to go even faster if you and I search for lightning-charged fiends on our own. Definitely. Hi, Blitz. Blitz, you missed it. I did the dungeon. And, welcome to Heritage Found. If you notice, the sky looks a bit different here than it does in Tural. In any armor in the past hour? One piece. I got one piece of gear I could equip from that dungeon. So unfortunately, the one piece is indeed real. It's not even something cool like the headgear or the chest piece. Yeah. I did, however, get the Dark Knight sword. This is also the Dark Knight armor and gauntlets. I got a lot of tank gear. Not getting his right. Oh, I forgot to show it. Oops. I should have. Oh, you're both alright. Thank goodness. You really needn't have worried so much. We barely broke a sweat dealing with the fiends. They're all gone now. Of course I was worried. You're my dear guests. But thank you. We truly appreciate it. Indeed. This we won't have to ask Zeralja's machines for help. He's been making a concerted effort to bolster its forces, preparing but a fraction for the people's protection. Thinks nothing of our safety, unlike Queen's Fiend. That's enough, Mahusa. If you have grievances, I will hear them later. Speak of the king now. She's right. He's never been one to look after his people. Anyway, thanks for letting us tour the farm. The folk here are delightful, and it was a pleasure to meet them. You couldn't have favored us with more uplifting words. My people are my pride and joy. You never fail to let us know, nor how much you care. Of course, you're my precious family, all of you. Seem a good sort, Sphene. That I'll admit. You'll forgive me if I'm not ready to lower my guard for the enemy queen just yet. For you to be called that, I dread to imagine what villainy your majesty has committed. Now this is no laughing matter. The ruler is responsible for the welfare of countless lives, and one wrong decision can lead to untold suffering. Failure is unconscionable. Now, I believe we are done with the farm. Let's move on, shall we? On the cloud. Perhaps we should head back to the outskirts. I dare say your friends will also return by now. My thanks again for dealing with the fiends. Come visit us anytime. Rathalos. But yeah, Blitz, because you were not here for it, we're pretty sure that all of this is from another reflection. And it fused kind of like with Tuliyola. You hear that? You hear lightning strikes, if that's what you're trying to point out, Luklamat.
What's happening over there?
It's nearly time.
Time for what? Well, not all of it, but at least part of it.
I'm glad you could make it.
Namika!
Are you with us?
Queen Sphene has come to see you. We're here, Namika. Everything is going to be all right. What's the matter, dear?
It can't be. That's the bangle I gave to Namika.
You know her?
Of course I know her. She was like a mother to me.
I see. She was always willing to lend a kindly ear to others, but rarely did she ever speak of herself.
Is it really you?
She must have arrived shortly before the barrier manifested. For us, it was perhaps days, but for her...
Namika, it's me! Wuklamat!
I'm afraid her time with us is nearly at an end.
Has she no more soul cells?
She always used hers sparingly, but at her age, it wouldn't make a difference.
Who's this?
Ma'am, the ushers have arrived.
Thank you, Namika, for your many years of friendship. Take comfort in the knowledge that this is not the end. Be not afraid. Your memory will live on, in us.
Living
Looks
on
like
in
the-
memory.
Yeah, quite.
The
Yeah.
giants share a similar belief.
Wait! Where are you taking her?
Worry not. She is being escorted to a medical facility in the tower. There we will ease her burden. I had hoped to make arrangements for her sooner, but she wished to remain here for as long as possible. I could not bring myself to refuse her.
Is there any way I might stay with her for a little while longer? We may not share the same blood, but she was my mother. Please.
Let us give them some time alone.
She didn't speak, but I'm grateful that I could be with her at the end. Thank you.
It's not the end.
Hmm?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking that we have much to discuss. Where shall we begin?
The device is on everyone's head.
With what we can be reasonably certain of, perhaps. Between what we have witnessed and the testimony of Alexandria's inhabitants, it's safe to say that two distinct lands have indeed become one. What's more, having met Namika, there is no denying the divergence in the passage of time. Taken together, these phenomena strongly suggest that some manner of cross-rift displacement has occurred. Specifically, the displacement of Alexandria from another reflection to the source.
It does seem the most likely explanation.
What perplexes me, however, is the scale of said displacement. It far exceeds what could conceivably be achieved with a void gate. or even with the Crystal Tower. In essence, we are dealing with a localized instance of dimensional compression. The Ascians would no doubt liken it to a rejoining. Which invites the question, how was such a feat accomplished?
I wish that I had an answer for you, but this talk of reflections and dimensions is well beyond my understanding.
Alright, let's give her the rundown.
I can only tell you that we lived peacefully under the barrier's protection for many, many years, until the day that peace was suddenly broken. If I may clarify, the barrier predates Alexandria's displacement. By several hundred years, yes. To when the continent we call home was ravaged by a devastating cataclysm. The barrier was erected to isolate us from the surrounding land's innocuous influence. I see. And it was only later that it was whisked away, along with its contents, by means unknown.
In other words, Sphene's as lost as the rest of us, right? The Alexandrians didn't mean to end up in Tural.
I think there is an Ascian at play, though. There is one left unaccounted for.
But of course, our next stop ought to be Everkeep. That tower over yonder.
Finally, the
Once
elephants.
you have been registered as my guests, you will have access to Solution 9 and its residential district, where you will doubtless gain invaluable insight into Alexandria's state of affairs. Unfortunately, I cannot take you directly to where Zoralja resides.
That you'd let us in it all goes a long way toward proving you're not content to let Zoralja do as he pleases. But we're not talking about a simple difference of opinion here. I've come to avenge my father. And to do so, I intend to take Zoralja's life. Are you willing to stand by and allow Alexandria's king to be slain?
A fair question. Permit me to answer it thus. My people come first. Their welfare is paramount. I will do everything in my power to keep them from harm.
Great. Zoralja's not one of your people. He's free game.
It is a ruler's duty. Now, I am off to register you at Everkeep. It may take some time, but you shall find the entrance open to you in due course. Oh, and ere I forget, your mother, Kafkiwa, you might try the Thunder Yards to the east.
The Thunder Yards? Is that where she is?
I am afraid I can say no more than that. Make for the Thunder Yards, and all will be made clear.
It's not as if we have other pressing business. Not until we can get into this Everkeep anyway. Thank you for earlier. And for being a friend to Namika these past 30 years. It means a lot to me.
Namika? I'm sorry, but I don't know who you mean.
What?
With those devices?
We were just with her. If this is some sort of a joke, it isn't funny.
I don't mean to give offense, but I honestly have no idea who you are talking about. I'm sorry.
How can you not know who she is? You're in charge here. She was under your care.
Then in all likelihood, my memories of her have been stored in the cloud.
Buddy, there ain't no clouds here. There's just lightning.
Any person seemingly forgotten without reason is probably there, in the cloud. Oh, I really must be getting back to work. If you'll excuse me.
Remote servers connecting once above your head. Yeah, but none of these people know that that's like the cloud. Or do they? Blitz, they were confused by the existence of these lightning rods around. How could Pone suddenly forget about Namika? As if he never knew her. Anything have happened to others as well, Only one way to find out. Make inquiries about Namika in the air. We can reconvene afterwards at the inn. I didn't attune to that either, right? Someone over here. Working resident. Old woman named Namika. Afraid I don't know that person. So I can be of any help. Dean, could you not have made, like, Alexandria, like, easier to traverse around? Play type 0, can't say that I have. What's that? Do I know Namika? Never met anyone by that name. I've worked at the outskirts for a good while now. If you spent time here, I would remember. She spent the last 30 years here. This was her house, I believe. Caring for someone. I do recall caring for someone until recently. You say that it was a woman named Namika. Can't say for certain if it was her. I wouldn't worry. Sure, she's just been taken up to the cloud. I think the cloud may be like their equivalent of heaven. It was the same for everyone. Not a single person remembers Nami, as if the memory of her has been purged from their mind. Such a thing might be done with magic. To alter the memories of so many people at once would be a tremendous undertaking. You would have felt a surge of ether corresponding to the act too, and I sensed none in that. Neither did I, but I did notice something else. Before Papuane seemingly forgot, the light in the device on his head began to blink. Could there be a connection? Someone also said something about soul cell. Who might we ask about this? If we continued making such inquiries, I expect it would only cause confusion. Indeed, if we can't readily solve the mystery about Namika, perhaps we could search for Kafka instead? It's being said to try the Thunder Unit. Be in this direction. Got a little dude spying on us. Impossible. Unidentified floating object. Another kind of mechanical soldier? It's dangerous, we better destroy it. So true, Bufama. Ah! We give chase. I think it understood our words. It might be worth asking it some questions. Ernville? You alright? You look like you've seen a ghost. It's nothing. I'm fine. Well, it went off in the direction we're headed anyway, so let's try to track it down. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom. I will be back. Also, I gotta refill my water. Sorry about that. I'm back. I went to the bathroom and refilled my water. Let's continue gamering. We gotta go find Erinville's mom and also that robot that was spying on us. Oh, I thought that this was a slope, not like a... We're heading to the Thunder Yard. Not. Trial with Erinville. Where is Alize? Oh, there's the bot. Found it. Then it must be bound for the mines. Come on, then. It will be a trap, so let's not rush in too quick. Trap, snap, we got this. It's me we're talking about. And I've never fallen into a trap that caused my body to be possessed by someone else's soul that was then a threat to all of my friends. Specific situation. Yeah, and Walker was a bit weird. Her faint voice is coming from inside. It's not alone. We're still going in, of course. Maybe a trap. Be ready for a fight, everyone. Earth and sky. Oh, ether current. Hold on, Erinville. Hear them. Several people up ahead. Make out their conversation with the echoing. Keep going. Stay on your guard.
What is this?
Like a floating mammoth.
Erinville!
A trap?
It really is you!
Is his mom the robot?
Huh?
Who?
I just had to get a look at you in the light.
My darling, what now?
Don't say it. It's Erenville's dead name.
Oh, it's so good to see you, my fussy little bun bun. But what are you doing here? What brings you all this way?
I see you little bun bun. I mean,
Why
yeah,
the
but
long face? Aren't you happy to see me after all this time?
I'd know that laugh anywhere. Mother?
Wait. Since when was your mother a weird floating thing?
And what have we here? Say, aren't you Galoo Jaja's kitten? I knew I recognized that adorable fuzzy face. Ellen Espia was always so excited whenever you
Erenville now.
You remember me, I hope.
I can't say that I do, but you know my father?
Appearances notwithstanding, it would seem this is my mother, Kafkiwa.
I was hoping someone that looked more like you, but
I'm sorry?
Oh, this won't do. Come in! Friends of my Ellen Espia are always welcome.
All I ask is a little forewarning, but no.
it's like a resistance group.
Just when I thought I was starting to get a handle on this place. How are things still getting stranger?
Erenville, I can't believe your dad fucked a robot. As far as I can tell, this is indeed my mother. I can think of few people in the world quite so spirited. As to what's happened, you'll need to ask her. Gone and forgotten. That's not how that saying goes. See what she has to say. Wonderful to meet you all. The students of Baldesion. It's been a while since I've heard that name. Alright, ask the reason for your appearance. For this? It's just a body that I control remotely. Useless for our operations. Oh, okay. Erenville's mom is not a robot. We're members of Resistance Organization. Oblivion, we call ourselves. Great name for a resistance organization. Our goal is to thwart Zeralja's ambitions for conquest. As leader, it's prudent that I remain where I can't be easily found. I see. Whimsical appearances notwithstanding, yours is a serious cause. There you are. Though truth be told, Oblivion was founded for altogether different purpose. Yes? As I expect you've already noticed, everything you see within this dome, the buildings, the people, the very earth beneath our feet, is a fusion of two worlds. Stopping such a fusion was Oblivion's original mission. Do you know who or what is responsible for it? Afraid not. This was a long time ago, and our mission statement has become more of a legend that's passed down to members. By the time we joined, our sole objective was stopping Zeralja. But we failed to do that. And now he's taken his army outside the dome. None of you wear those strange devices on your head. It has something to do with your work? Well, no, there's one right there, though. You mean this? The regulator. The pinnacle of electrope technology. And that we don't wear it is indeed related to our operations. What exactly does it do? That's what I've been asking. I'm going to explain. Regulators have two primary functions. The first, as the name suggests, is the regulation of the wearer's reserve of souls. Should they die, the regulator expends a soul to bring them back to life. Sir, you mean people walk around carrying spare souls? They do. Souls are packaged in cells, and they can be used to replenish the life force that is lost due to sudden death, such as in accidents. Do nothing for those who die of old age, though. Distribution of soul cells is based on one's work evaluation, to encourage exemplary performance when fulfilling their duties. Souls is a common resource, and payment for services rendered. Voidsent practice of consuming others for their ether comes to mind. And similarly, I expect the act comes with some risk. Finally, zero mentioned! The consciousness of others corrupt your own. It is prevented through memory management, a process in which regulators also play a role. Memory management? The reason everyone has forgotten Namiko's existence. Regulators are constantly recording the memories of their wearer, so if they should suddenly die, their memories can be refreshed as part of the restoration process. This is how they preserve one's identity and sense of self. The regulators are also triggered when someone else dies. Reason being, that is, regulators forcibly extract memories relating to the deceased from anyone wearing them. Why would they do such a thing? It's a kindness bestowed upon the people by Everkeep's core system, so that no one has to suffer the pain of loss. So this is what they meant by their memories being in the cloud. Indeed, all memories of the deceased are wiped from the minds of the people and archived in the system. The frightening function of the regulators, an integral step in soul cell production. Oh, goodbye, Mr. Redhead. It was nice knowing you for 2 seconds. See, when a person dies from natural causes, their soul is temporarily housed within the regulator. And delivered to a facility where memories are separated from the soul. They were harvesting souls from the people of Tuliolo. That's what we saw them doing. The result is a fresh soul cell, free of impurities, ready for distribution and consumption. Meanwhile, the memories are stored in the core system, to be remembered forever. This is why people are happy here. On the surface, it's similar to the Yakuai philosophy, but it's nothing noble or comforting in it. Well, it doesn't seem so terrible to me personally. Well, it comes down to what you're used to, I suppose. Like the barrier encasing Alexandria, the system was created to overcome the calamity that transformed the world hundreds of years ago. Amidst the mounting death toll, scientists used Electrope to devise a means to save what lives they could, so that the nation could endure. I understand the people of Alexandria did what they believed was best to save the people. I find it hard to believe that Turali would also accept this way of living. It came as a shock to us as well. In fact, a great many were opposed to it. Which is why the use of regulators was never compulsory. The people have always been free to go without them if they so wish. It didn't strike me as the sort of ruler to impose her will on others. So you've already met? The one who suggested we come to the Thunderyard in the first place. He also said, she wants to help us stop Zoralja. Awfully kind of her to point you in my direction, and to speak so candidly as well. Whatever her motives, she has given the people a choice. Live with the risk of true death, or the security of the regulators. Noticeably, she did not wear a regulator. Everything that lives must someday die. That is the natural order of things. Quite right. But however you feel about them, it would be easier to understand what the regulators are capable of if you saw it for yourself. I know just the person to show you, and as luck would have it, they should be starting work right about now. Who are we going to see exactly? Who are we going to see exactly? With me and you'll find out. We're ready to hide in a heartbeat. Hey, you guys ever seen a Rathalos? Issues, but I find it funny she's shorter after standing up in comparison to the table. Everyone here? Good. Responsibility of the Thunderyard's hunters to fell any fiends found wandering the area. We're to meet an acquaintance of mine. Strika, one of these hunters. There's a fate train going on right there. It's super defective. That's a very funny name. Defective sentients wander the wastes of East Yasulani. Their protocols corrupt and their directives long forgotten. Now they attack without provocation, putting the lives of the region's weary residents in further peril. Active Sentry G8. Akuya, what are you doing here? And with so many friends. Apologies for the interruption, but I was hoping they might observe you at work. Fencing, you mean? That's fine, I guess. Hold on, I assumed they were wearing special regulators like Queen's Fiend's crown. Okay, so Queen's Fiend's crown is her regulator. They aren't wearing anything at all. Much too dangerous to be out here with one. What if they're struck by lightning or attacked by beasts? I assure you they're all quite capable of looking after themselves. Where's Rukuman? If anything should go miss, I will take full responsibility. Once I didn't warn you. Dangerous side there, but isn't really much to see. Oh, there she is. Kakuya said you're a hunter, but wouldn't it be easier for those mechanical soldiers to guard this place? It would, if not for the fact they're weak to lightning. The Thunder Yard being what it is, they've been ordered to steer clear. Good they are, eh? These facilities are vital to the upkeeping of Alexandria's infrastructure, so it falls to hunters like me to deal with any thieves. Given the danger, we are well compensated for our work. It's a perfect profession for anyone looking to build up savings. This special selection of souls for hunters isn't terrible either. Brought this thought here to see this danger you speak of, if it's not too much trouble to ask. Of course. Kids would be ashamed to waste my efforts on just any old beast. You can handle yourselves in a fight, right? If Kazuraka is slaying what critters you see nearby, there's a chance you'll draw out something worthy of a demonstration. Yeah, the only one here not really capable of handling themselves is Erenville. We can handle him. I understand, but I suppose we should slay what we can. You know, if lightning is coming for someone, or like just Erenville, Kakuya can catch it. She can let her little toy robot be destroyed. Charged Bolt Hound. We are on fire and running. I'm gonna lose this before. Oh, okay, cool. This one will do nicely. He's a monk. I thought that she was a dancer. I'll help you. It's fine, really. I've faced worse. Just watch. With the looks of this, let us help. Oh no! Look out! Preserve? She needs healing. Was embarrassing. Bastard caught me off guard. You mad? Seriously, let us help. Told you not to worry. This will only take a moment. Zeralta did that too. I don't think we've seen a monk in action since like mid-Stormblood. So this is nice. Zeralta. Come on, let's get out of here. Also a function of the regulator? Yeah, like Final Heaven or what's it called? It's Star something. Like Falling Star, something like that. Starfall, that's what it is, yeah. I think I understand it now how Zeralta was able to return from the dead and defeat Pablo, but I'm not sure what we saw at the end there. As soon as the regulator turned red, it was as if you were possessed. Your movements became beast-like. Tell me, you empowered yourself with the soul of a beast. I'm reminded of the serpentine soldier we encountered at Vanguard who did the same. Crossed paths with one of the King's elite. Such a form can only be achieved from gorging yourself with souls. You could do the same in theory, but it's incredibly dangerous. Besides, it's not as if they allowed hunters to carry that many souls to begin with. Well, I should be getting back to work. Take care. There you have it. Regulators can be loaded with two kinds of souls. Those of people and those of beasts. Souls of people can be used to grant the user preternatural strength. Naturally, they can also be used to ensure no one suffers an untimely death. What about the souls of beasts? They work much in the same fashion, giving you the strength of the chosen animal. If, for example, you use the soul of a wolf, you would grow more agile and feral as you start with a street cat. Using several of the same type at once, however, would result in physical changes. Your teeth might become fangs, your nails claws, and too many and you'll become more beast than man. Changing one's form through the souls of other beings becomes more and more reminiscent of Voidsome. Yet unlike the Void, where the cycle of death and rebirth is simply broken, souls here are forcibly taken before they might reach the ethereal sea. Different means to achieve similar ends. A cycle to which all within the dome are bound. It's wrong. This is all wrong. It's indeed hard to accept, being so far removed from our own belief. Perhaps more shocking is that the technology to achieve all this was developed hundreds of years ago. Civilizations and their reflections are surprising indeed. While we all have our thoughts on souls, for now the important thing is we know what power Zoraija has at his disposal. There's one thing to separate corporeal ether from incorporeal ether, but to strip memories from the soul entirely is unprecedented technology. There's no longer only two Yolos concerned. With his newfound power, Zoraija has become a real threat to the entire world. He has to be stopped no matter the cost. So I have an idea, and I don't like it. I think Zoraija is only the level 99 tribe. The worth of a soul. Well, we got a bunch of stuff to unending codex. The void, soul, zero, and souls. So on achievement, the worth of a soul. Domebreaker. Trial, not the level 100 bucks. Yeah, no, I think Zoraija is only the level 99 trial. I think the level 100 trial might end up being speed. Because we're going to be like, this thing that you're doing is wrong, it's terrible, it's awful, and she's gonna be, nuh-uh! And then we're gonna have to kill her. Void. I don't want to do all this reading right now. But look at Zero! Memoria. Akria, 97. Embracing Oblivion. Well, can't I embrace Oathkeeper too? I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. Shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. In fact, you'll need some time to digest it all. For now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. That's right. Something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. I think what we should do is, like, when we fight Zoraija, we should try to, like, hit the regulator off his head. Because they can't bring him back to life as, like, a wolf or whatever if we knock it off his head. Probably. I don't think it'll actually be that easy. We'll probably have to kill him like 3 or 4 times. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain there's a wide gulf between Tuliolo and Alexander. And while Zeralda knows everything about us, we hardly know anything about what he's made of. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within that enormous tower, have we? So here I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kakuya and your people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. We've only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust. The fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zeralda. Queen 2 claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? Simple, really. Their leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. The greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. Fair point. Knowing Zeralda, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can give would be welcome. Well, there's no guarantee it's actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Tuliolo. As you say, we have to prove that it really is Kakuya. I make my proposal in full awareness of it. Whether we're going to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zeralda for good and all. What's more, I trust you, Erenville. You've always had great instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? If it's a trap, we'll deal with it when it's sprung. Hell yeah! That's always the way of it with you. It is. If you're set on this, then I'll say no more. And it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. I think if it doesn't end up actually being Erenville's mother, it's going to be like her soul and her memories trapped inside the robot. Also, I want to go down this other tunnel that's in... just to see what's down there. Ah! Yeah, no. Act first, act later type. Hell yeah. If someone draws swords on me, I'm kicking their ass, and then I'm asking why they drew swords on me. Is that to discover a place? So, yep, just take that at Paladin XP. Not doing pot. I see. Oh yeah, the. Hold on, let me run away from this bat. Trailing dawn like we're morning. So true. Yeah, no, it just gets like a glow effect on the edges, which I think is pretty neat. I actually haven't played Dark Knight at all since Endwalker. Or since Dawntrail dropped. Here it is on the back. Good. Something about this blade seems familiar. It reminds me of Metsu's blade from Xenoblade 2. Oh. I wonder if they happen to share any DNA. And someone just posted a link to a boss fight. Just in chat. In the chat that's censored, the one that you guys are, not the one that you guys are in. Kakuya. Someone's name is Nostalgia. That's a nice name. Makes me think back to better times. Kakuya, there's something I need to tell you and your people. I came here for no other reason than to strike down Zoraja. Thought it was your brother. You really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation and murdered our people. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zoraja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize that this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you hadn't proposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone. While we gather ample intelligence, we don't have enough strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun. He's all the reason I need. It's decided. Here's to a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Kakuya. Everyone, together we'll achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Now let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zoraja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside that tower? In their fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level. But while Queen Sphene has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. What's more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zoraja will eventually march on Tuliolo again. That's when we can go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. There's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Tuliolo. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him. Now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Kona, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servants, but he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? But surely he's aware of our presence here. That I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm. If he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. We show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention to Kona instead. He'll attack Tuliolo again like he said he would. I see. Do you believe this is the best approach? Then we have no objections. Any campaign against Tuliolo requires that Zeralja lead his forces through Vanguard. Now lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable. We're proceeding with it, though. We should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. We should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Y'shtola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. When we vanguard us, send a word at first sign of movement. Seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zeralja to move, you do well to prepare for battle. It begins with familiarizing yourself with the technology that empowers you. To that end, I'll show you Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. You'd be impressed to know we're located right inside that tower, in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in a forest, as it were. The only question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphene said she'd make it so we could enter without issue. She did? Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. Are you ready? Come meet me at the tower entrance. Before we head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when you're working together. Well, I mean, I already know your name is Geode. Oblivion has operatives all over. We're the main crew here. Geode's the leader of this hideout. The dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia and... Okay, one of them is named Nostalgia, the other one is named Wayakba. I'm Nostalgia. It's a pleasure to meet you. Nostalgia, are you by any chance single? My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. That explains the resemblance. Wayakwe is a Tonawanthan name, unless I'm mistaken. Great. Our mother is Tuliolan and our father is Alexandrian. We wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you. Though I have no memories of my mother, I like to think I carry a part of her with me. What made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge our father. Ambrose was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope that he'd be released, but when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We'd already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him. Everyone who had known him. Bastard. Even here he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion. Hoping to get justice for our father, we joined the Order. Sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. Hey, if you're looking for someone else with daddy issues, you know, I'm right here. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together, we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. Introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. Okay, Bochi the Machinist. While mine is a Tonawaptan name, I haven't the faintest idea how things are outside the barrier. Want to invite them to tacos while you're at it? Looks, that is a great idea. Hey, either of you two hungry? I know a killer taco stand outside the barrier. I think. Stuff happened, I wasn't able to eat the tacos. Two-headed asshole. But don't worry, he's turned over a new leaf. Faintest idea how things are outside the barrier? As it happens, Wayakwe, I know this killer taco place outside the barrier. Allegedly. I actually haven't eaten there. This whole scenario, two-headed dickbag. He sucked. He's cool now, but he sucked then. He still owes me tacos. Maybe we can eat on his trip. I dream to go out and see it with my own eyes. Our mother's home. Well, I'm not doing this bit a third time, though. Once pizza's restored, you must come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food delicious, and everyone's so nice. You'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back rooms. I can't believe it. We're going to the back rooms. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts. Aaronville. One last thing. Isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Kakuya. She talks about you so much. It's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother, but you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use the hideout as you like. Meanwhile, in Everkeep, I guess this is like soul storage. Think about the Minecraft server you could run off of all of these.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming. But when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me.
Oh, he's the abusive husband.
Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
Sphene, there's no reasoning with this man.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
Oh yeah, that's right, you failed to do that. L ratio bozo.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you will protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Uklamat, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuli Yolal.
What now?
Solution 9. Concrete is waiting. Let's head to the tower. There was a video showing where the backroom photo was taken in order to not completely dox them. The creator censored the names, so clearly not haphazardly doesn't have to go out. So if team is still shown, pretty sure Ethan said the address before moving it for the rest of the video. Yeah, I've seen another video. I don't know if it's the same one. Probably not, because my video was pretty open about sharing. Oops, that was the wrong button. I meant to turn, not this time. I saw another video like that, but he didn't really censor it because it was all like information that was just freely available online. Been the same. Set haphazardly as Napper thought would deal with some backlash. I don't know. Guess you can't walk up that. There's Satan. Sentry. Visitor detected verifying access rates. That affect to copy it. Oh, there you are. When Speen has registered you to this guest, you should be able to march right in. If she hasn't, and you may have a swarm of Zeralda's minions to deal with. Nothing for it to be, but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass it if you'd be so kind. Owner guide unit identified. Registration number verified. 6 accompanying civilians identified. Verifying credentials. Credentials verified. Welcome guests of Queen's Fiend. What a relief. There you have it. Seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. Oh, cool. Cyberpunk 2077. Except it works.
Everkeep. A tower of electrope piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Shocked around. Solution 9. That's a very funky looking aetherite over there.
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
She's entered the club for the first time.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrope, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed the light back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore?
All these people are wearing
I believe
PvP
lived
gear.
experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zeralja's dominion, do you not?
You had me at explore.
I had a feeling you'd be keen.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny.
Oh, cool.
Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
I think Braha's barely holding himself together.
Try
He is
not to enjoy
giddy.
yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
I think our outfits are already attracting attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
When is Arendelle gonna be like, hey mom, by the way, it's Arendelle.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, What aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in her.
I'm the most efficient stabber the
You
world
must have
has
been
ever
through
seen.
a lot together.
You might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did?
Yeah.
Eleanor, why didn't you mention this sooner?
It's Erinville.
You want to explore together?
Of course.
It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
Speak with Bukuma. Sights of the West and beyond. Dawn of a new deal? Hashtag the Wild West to Midgard. This isn't Midgard. This is like vaporwave, like futuristic vaporwave. How are we supposed to get over to the recreation zone? The Arcadion! This is where the raids take place! I assume so, considering the raids are called the Arcadion. Residential radius 911? Oh god, no! No! Look out, a second warship has struck Sunperch! Towers inside the tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. Now, I'd say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. Flying cars down there. You know, it's not quite Midgard. At least that's not the vibe I'm getting here. Like, I guess the closest comparison that I have is like Coruscant from Star Wars. Oh, that's a far fall. I should not have looked down. Or do you like towers? So I put a tower inside your tower. So you could be in a tower while being in a tower. Hold on, Bukuma. Looks like maybe a launch pad over there. Oh. Huh. Oh god, the Cybertruck! No! I can't believe Elon Musk made it here. Can't even escape Cybertrucks in Final Fantasy XIV. Alright, let's grab all these Ethernet shards over here. Ever tried out stuff they make on level 4? Cultivated steak? Yeah, not sure how I feel about it. Emmeline Ironheart. Ironheart spotted! No, it wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? Millet! Yeah, that's the name I haven't heard in a good long time. And there's Usabi. She's my twin sister, you see, and I haven't seen her for 30 long years. Not since I was trapped during my exploration of Yasulani. It brings me great joy to know she is well. Pardon me for asking, but might I see the notes she added to your log? She always did make such bold strokes in her lettering. Here. I added my own notes. Some of the information may seem improbable at best, but I believe there's truth in every end. There's something here that costs 75% of a medium house. Medium house costs 20 million gil. I almost said 20 million. So, something costing 15 million scares me. Were I younger, I would set out in search of these fantastic sights myself, but alas, my body can no longer endure such travel. Oh, you are an old woman. Thanks to you, I feel lighter than I have in an age. If there is one thing I should wish, it is to see my sister again before I die. There's so much I would share with her. But you have better things to attend than an old woman's musings. Take care, kind adventurer, and may your journey lead you to vistas both bright and unforgettable. It looks like the only shop is over here in the Nexus Arcade. So we'll have to see if there's something that costs 50 million for it. Sightseeing log. Dawntrail. Oh yeah, added a bunch of them. Jolone. Evolution 9. That's a funky looking Ethernet shard. True view. Oh, this is where we're supposed to be. This is where the back rooms supposedly are. Hold on, I must do something here. I am Sonic T Hedgehog. Rolling around at a relatively brisk pace, so true. Oh, I just noticed the time. I actually, I'm back to taking public transit to work. So, unfortunately, I do have to be ending early for the foreseeable future. Let's go see who's live, who we can go raid. Ah, we got Spoonie. Let's go raid Spoonie. Spoonies and spoilers. Alright, tell Spoonie I say hi, but I won't drop by myself. Alright, I will talk to you later. And there's an ad right now, okay.